This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
You remember that I'm sure people at home have seen this. I can't remember what it's called. It's like an infomercial. It's like a guy, like a real weird looking nerdy fat guy, and he's got a sword and he's trying to sell it to people.
I do remember that.
It's not like he doesn't have a sword. He's a company. He has a sword and he's trying, I have a sword for sale.
I've got a lot to say.
Well, he's got like a company. The company is called like
Cold Steel.
Cold Steel. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You have seen it then.
I've seen it.
Yeah. And it's just him trying to he's just cutting stuff and trying to sell it.
He's hacking meat. He's hacking bamboo. He's hacking rope of different colors.
I know we literally just started that. Let's hold on. Can we watch it real quick?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. That is the most effective ad I have ever seen. Guys, we just bought 3 swords.
He doesn't look like he should be selling swords either. Selling swords down on
There's
the
one guy
seashore.
in that video, guy who's like in a polo, just like
Yeah.
in a golf shirt.
Yeah, and
He looks like a reasonable guy who might be cutting stuff with a sword.
Yeah, that was a sentence. A reasonable man.
What's
cutting
funny
things with
is
swords.
the guy, there's a guy wearing a tie,
He looks like he should be selling you insurance or something.
right?
His tie's a little too short.
Over his belly.
Yeah, and he's got a really shiny red shirt on at some points.
And he's not wearing safety goggles. That's the thing. The guy with the golf shirt,
Was wearing safety goggles.
right?
Because they're chopping up.
Guys, it's a big fucking barbarian greatsword,
It's every bit of 5 feet long.
right? And he's just hacking stuff. And so there's some great things where he's like, this is where you need a greatsword. You can make these big, thick cuts.
Yeah. No, this is a room clearer, a street clearer. You always have an advantage when you have a sword like this. Like, I'm pretty sure you got an advantage. A sword in any sword is an advantage.
He's saying a lot of nonsense, but it works because I do want it.
Yeah, I would buy it.
I would buy that too. How much do you think that was?
I bet it's expensive, man. I bet it's like hundreds of dollars.
Guess, how much you think? I'm going to say $200.
I bet it's more than that. I'd say it's 300. I bet it's $400.
Cold Steel Swords. Let's take a look.
.com.
Product swords.html. Look at this whole fucking thing right here. Whoa, okay. Cold Steel, anytime, anywhere. Guys, go to this website. This episode brought to you by Cold Steel, coldsteel.com.
Anytime, anywhere.
Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff here. Let's start with the broads. Whoa, they're expensive. Okay, hold on.
Look at those.
Oh, there's some weaponry, guys. This is it. Two-handed greatsword. $589.99.
Wow. Actually, no, it's actually, I think, the one next to it, isn't it?
It's not this one? Two-handed greatsword? What's the difference?
Wasn't it the two-handed greatsword was the one they were chopping with? I may be wrong.
What's the difference? They're both two-handed great. This one's the MAA. It's like black. Well, look at this.
That's the one. That's the one they were.
Can we read the reviews?
Let's read the reviews on this giant greatsword because that's what everybody needs in 2017 is a ancient barbarian sword.
4 feet of fun. Review by Androlo. This was May of this year. About 4'7" to be more precise. But this is a fantastic weapon. Very fun to play with. Cutting and stabbing things. Reading about the way these weapons were used makes them even more interesting and exciting. It looks and feels very powerful.
Where these people get the time to just go and hack up meat and just... So what's on your agenda today? Oh, I think I'm going to take the sword out for some hacking and stabbing. The guy in the thing threw it through the hood of a car. They'd taken the hood of a car off, set it up in this studio.
That's because they're selling it to fucking yahoos, man.
It looked like a dungeon too. It looked like a sex dungeon.
Look. And I was looking for this guy named Scott Collector. I was looking for a large sword that was useful, easy to use, and good looking.
What's the use? Unless you're a man in a Renaissance fair who dresses up. Did I tell you about getting roped into talking to that guy about why a mace is better than a sword at a Renaissance fair, and all my friends had left me? I just made eye contact with these two guys like mock fighting.
Yeah.
I just made eye contact with him, and I was like, "Why is he keep talking to me now?" And he's just like, and he comes over, he's all out of breath. He's like, "You see, people underestimate the mace. It always gets underestimated." I'm like, far out.
No.
Yeah, and I'm like, right on. And he's like, "No, it's for real." And I'm like, "Why is he talking to me?" And then I look around, and all the people who are with me are like 30 feet away now, and they're like laughing because like I got roped into talking to this guy. I was like, shit.
Did he have good points? Is a mace better than a sword?
Yeah, it made sense. He made a lot of good points.
He persuaded you?
I was like, all right, I want to go eat some salty pickles now on a stick.
Renaissance fairs are full of those people who don't know you're not interested.
Yeah. I'd never been. It's the only one I've ever been to. I'd love to go again because it was a good time for all the wrong reasons.
Lay it on me, man. Why is a mace better than a sword?
Oh yeah, it's better than a sword because if someone's wearing plate armor, a sword will glance or be deflected. It's hard to penetrate plate armor, but especially like a helmet or something. But a mace, it crushes the armor. So instead of, you don't have to pierce it, it just actually smashes it in and damages your soft inner tissues. But imagine being like imagine like a soft, like a mole on the inside of a tin can, and then you
mole inside of a tin can. Imagine. Okay, I'm imagining that. Is that what he said?
No, I'm trying to think of a reference.
A soft thing inside of a hard thing?
Yeah. Imagine a mole living in a tin can.
Just imagine a dude in armor. I mean...
Well, yeah, but that's what I was talking about. That's the whole point of an analogy, is coming up with something else.
Not if you're talking about moles in cans. Yeah, if you hit a mace, if you hit a can that had a mole in it with a mace, you're going to fucking kill that mole.
But it would... Well, even if it was... Yeah. That would be overkill, even. I think if you just had... But if you hit it with something small...
Okay.
You know, like a little hammer.
This is another episode of the Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
If this is the first time listening, guys, we take the news, we take the headlines, and we try to guess the facts.
Yeah.
You know, it's true. Most of America, that's how they get their news. And we're here to do the same.
Oh, yeah, just grabbing headlines.
Just grabbing headlines, and then they just... I heard.
Yeah, I heard that this is a thing.
So we're going to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. All right. If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, you can send them at RoyalWeCast on Twitter or RoyalWeCast@gmail.com.
Gmail.
You can also send us little audio sound bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we get to help us transition from topic to topic, if we don't do it au natural.
Because sometimes we need help. I want to thank Kat this week. Kat sent us a bunch of them, so we can keep using cat sounds for this sound effect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kat. All right, let's get into it, man. We actually have a bunch sent in for some people.
Awesome.
All right. I want to keep looking at these. Well, I'm going to look at a mace real quick. Really quick. Because I do want to hang something above our...
What is this? Go down a bit.
What?
What is that? It's like
this?
a Roman gladiator.
That's a Cincadia sword. A wide, stiff blade.
That thing looks crazy. It's just like a giant triangle.
Yeah. Thickness, no. Thickness, yes.
No.
Well, I'm on swords. Hold on, let me look at maces. We can edit this out. or not.
And they've got like this punk rock chick with a katana on their homepage. Like that's supposed to...
Oh my god. Products. Okay, don't look. I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
Products. Knives, fixed knives, swords, machetes, throwing knives, axes and tomahawks, spears, sticks, Steven Seagal.
What?
Click.
That category. This was made for us. Oh my god.
Look, it's pictures of him looking at swords.
And it's just pictures of him looking at him.
He's like, yeah. And this is like nowadays Steven Seagal. He like dyes his hair.
Yeah, and he's wearing like the tinted shooter glasses.
And he's like training Iraqi soldiers.
Oh my gosh, he's a Russian citizen.
Steven Seagal is a martial artist who should need no introduction. He may have found international acclaim for his high-octane action movies, but his first and foremost love is the world of martial arts. With an encyclopedic knowledge of the Japanese warrior arts, a wealth of experience with the katana, a 7th-degree black belt in the art of Aikido, and a lifetime of training, he is still a much-in-demand instructor and consultant.
Okay.
Whether working specialist techniques with mixed martial artists or traveling the world teaching seminars, there is no doubt that Steven is still a force to be reckoned with.
Okay.
Cold Steel is proud to unveil a large range of signature edition products based on the items from Steven's personal collection.
Oh my goodness.
There's 5 of them.
There's 5. But those don't look like any of the things we saw before, do they?
No.
Or the katana is.
They're all dark. I mean, there's a katana, but there's this thing.
I think it looks like a glorified can
Kenshin,
opener.
just like a can with like an axe head. Steven Seagal sword breaker. Steven Seagal helmet breaker.
Helmet breaker.
There's a whole line of, I mean...
That's great. How does our podcast, how does this always somehow lead, all roads lead to Steven Seagal somehow in here?
Steven Seagal's the key to this.
We've had so many. Well, you had a great idea one day to watch all of his movies from beginning to end so we could see
his filmography.
Yeah, his filmography. Yeah.
In
chronological order, so we could see what happened. And we've been doing that. We kind of skipped ahead. We started with
Under Siege.
And he's got a couple movies before that we need to go back and watch.
Siege 1 and 2 are some of the best movies I've seen. I mean, they're stupid. Okay, wait.
No.
Guys, go do your own Steven Seagal research. Under Siege, watch it. Let's read some headlines.
Okay, yeah. We're getting way off track. We'll do this will be the 4th episode all about Steven Seagal.
Listen, we're simple men. I saw Steven. I wanted to get away from this website, but I see Steven Seagal. I click Steven Seagal.
Yeah. You gotta click him.
I see him.
You see him, you gotta click.
What would Steven Seagal impression be like?
You talk real low like this. Kind of indirect. You say, well, that's just your opinion. I might have to beat it out of him.
You're not using your mind, son.
You're not using your mind.
Listen, ghost. Always ghost. Remember he said that in the movie?
Did say ghost.
Okay, anyway. Here's a headline now.
We do a podcast. Here's something he would probably say.
What?
He actually did say it. It's like my granddaddy always said. Even an old blind rooster peck a piece of corn every now and then. Moving on.
Here's one that was sent. We can't just sit here and talk about Steven Seagal. Well, we can. We might. This is one that was sent to us by Zach. Thank you, Zach. Slime eels explode on highway after bizarre traffic accident.
What?
Slime eels is in quotes.
Yeah.
So that's probably...
Not their science name.
Slime Elias.
Slimius Elias.
Slime, yeah. I got halfway through. I was like, I'm lost.
You said it.
Explode on highway after bizarre traffic accident.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark.
Yeah, use your cold steel, please.
In the mind of an eel.
Take a stab.
Shink. I'm guessing that they somehow were ejected from their containers and landed on the road, and the hot road made them explode like an egg in a pan.
You don't think other cars are like driving over them and stuff?
That wouldn't be bizarre.
What? Slime eels? Is there an eel that produces slime? I mean, I guess an eel probably a slimy creature.
Yeah, they're pretty slimy.
Imagine that day.
Then there's fish and things too that they make in arid places, like when there's like a rainy season, then it basically becomes a desert. Well, they'll burrow down beneath the soil and they wiggle up a big frothing mess of slime and they live in it until the rains come again.
But not on the road.
No, but there's still slime. They're still covered in slime.
You think there's like a big truck of them just like tipped over?
Big truck of slime eels? Like, what's their purpose?
Who's gathering a bunch of them? What's this bizarre... You know what's the thing
is... where He-Man slime came from?
I feel like if you have a load of something weird, you know?
Like slime eels.
Like if you have just like a gasoline truck.
Warning, slime eels.
Or you have like... You know, you always hear about trucks full of beer that crash on the highway and there's beer everywhere.
Yeah, or bees. Remember when the bees broke?
Hey man, remember when those bees broke? Yeah.
They crashed everywhere. It was millions of bees loose on the highway. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But so if slime eels got on the road, imagine it would turn it into, it'd be like black slime. You know, cars would just be skidding out of control.
You wouldn't know what it was. You're not going to guess that it was slime eels.
No, you'd never guess. Way down I would think something spilt on the road. I would think like a Vaseline truck crashed before I would think slime eels. A big truck of Vaseline.
I don't know that they transport it in trucks.
But you don't know that they don't.
You know. Why are they transporting slime eels? I don't know.
Right. Vaseline.
Let's not forget, man.
Seems way more logical.
I'm going to write it down. Give me that book right there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to write it down so we don't forget. I have a computer. I could just type it. You
got to play the card.
I could fucking type it. I'm going to type it. Why am I writing stuff? It's 2017. I don't even need to have right. I'm going to say.
You don't need fingers.
Play the card.
Yeah. Okay.
We can't forget.
Can't forget.
We keep fucking forgetting.
Right. I know this is our first one, but I'm just going to go right out and say it. I want to know about these slime eels.
Okay, well, we'll keep it in the back of our mind.
All right.
Here's the next one. This one sent us by fan of the show, Alden.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Alden.
Thanks, bud.
How fast you walk may predict early signs of dementia.
Huh.
Now, I think maybe this is if you're walking super slow.
Either that or super fast. Because you could be demented and fast. You don't have to be slow to be crazy.
Or lost. Like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, but you can also get dementia where you think you know exactly where you're going. It's just that place doesn't exist.
I know where I'm going.
I'm going to the moon.
I'm going to Atlantis.
Yeah, I'm going straight to Atlanta.
I'm going to find me some fish technology.
Moon sapphires.
You know, Atlantis is one of those things that's like cool to think about. Mm-hmm. And there are some things, some evidence, like, you know, you look at like hieroglyphs or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's like there's like a bunch of ancient civilizations.
Right. And some of them ended up underwater because the world changes.
What I mean is like different things point to a civilization that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So, and like that advanced technology, ancient Valyrian, right? So I'm making a joke.
Right.
But Game of Thrones. Yeah. Hey guys, winter is coming.
Mm-hmm.
By the time this is out, winter will be here.
Oh, that'll be great. I'm excited.
This episode brought to you by Season 7 of Game of Thrones.
So it's already, yeah. Game of Thrones, Cold Steel Swords, it's all coming together.
Oh my god.
We got a theme and we didn't even know it.
Slime eels? It fits in there somehow.
They'll be in Season 7.
Imagine how bad it would be. The casting in Game of Thrones is really good, but imagine if Steven Seagal just showed up in a scene. You'd be like, oh, this whole show is ruined.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be like, oh, who's this character he's playing? He is just Steven Seagal.
Bruce Willis is like that too. We talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis in every single thing he does.
He's the same guy.
Just like, I need my guys at the best. Mm-hmm. Bruce Willis and Steven Seagal have a similar way of talking.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you walk fast, you walk slow. How fast you walk predicts early signs of dementia.
Okay.
But how early do you think they can predict this? Like, are they going to measure how fast we walk and dement it?
And dement it? I don't know. Yeah, there's got to be an age but you can walk at different speeds at different times in your life.
But also, people in cities typically walk faster.
Yeah.
So are they more?
Yeah, you move a lot faster because you got to keep up with the flow, and you're trying to get somewhere. You got things to do. When you live out in the country, you can just mosey. You know, I've lived in the country and I've lived in the city. I've been a Mosin and I've been a Russian. Never been to Russia though. See what I did there? You know what I am in the bathroom? I'm European.
No, what am I in the bathroom?
I'm peeing. I know you were trying so hard on purpose.
I'm a peeing.
I'm a peeing.
No, I'm a peeing. Okay, here's one that made me think of one thing, because here's when I found myself. Oh, stomach cramp from laughing. We're so funny. Oh, God. Oh, it really hurts.
Okay.
Your fucking creaky ass chair.
It is a creaking.
One thing's always trying to fall asleep with her contacts in her head. And
Yeah.
it drives me crazy. You know that I told you this earlier, the trailer for that Mummy movie with Tom Cruise, that was apparently the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know this. I was watching the Red Letter Media the other day. Yeah. Guys, check them out. They're great.
Yeah.
Red Letter Media on YouTube, best of the worst. Fucking everything they put out.
Yeah,
great.
it's awesome.
But apparently, that movie's part of, the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be.
They're trying to make like
A thing for them. Yeah, they're trying to do
the monsters of, what is that?
Yeah, the old classic monsters, like Bride of Frankenstein, which is supposed to be the next one, right?
Right, Frankenstein, Swamp Thing.
Wolfman.
Right?
No, it's not Swamp Thing. It's a Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh. But, okay. But anyway, my point is...
Excuse me, not Swamp Thing.
I think he'll find... In the trailer for that, the lady, her cornea is split. And she's got like two eyes in her eyes.
Yeah, she's got two eyes.
Well, one thing will wake up and it's like that because her contacts slide along around her head.
Right.
So here's a headline I found myself made me think of her. One thing, if you listen to this, but you don't, take the contacts out of your head. UK surgeon finds 27 missing contact lenses in woman's eye.
Oh my, what?
If you...
27.
27.
Just piling up
just
in your
the
head.
back there, pushing on it. I bet you the headache she had.
Piling up in your head. That makes you wonder all the things that might be behind our eyes. And that's if I was a poet.
You don't know what it's like behind blue eyes?
You know what it's like?
Behind blue eyes. You don't know what it's like to take my lenses out. To buy swords online. Behind goof grease.
I was just letting that ride.
I know.
No, but I mean, every now and then you get something in your eye and you're messing with trying to get it out and it just kind of goes away and you're like, I don't think I got it.
Right,
Maybe
where
it just
does it go,
roll. I guess it just rolls around to the back of your head and your
It's
body
just a
slowly.
socket.
Yeah,
It's
if
like
it just your body just breaks it down if it's a natural thing, but a contact it can't. So
You ever seen the inside of a TV, like behind the glass? Like those old tube TVs?
Yeah.
It's like what that is.
Right. Yeah. Kind of.
I mean, it's like a big housing.
Yeah.
The glass on the front is your cornea, and then I will stretch, but then there's like a hole where the
Well, that's your eyeball. But yeah, your socket. Yeah, there's a hole with your optic nerve goes into your brain.
yeah.
That's what we're talking about. It's that space back in there. Listen to us, all grown up.
We got the facts today. Yeah.
That's crazy. So I wonder how she came about, how they find it. You think it was
thing
just
about it is if you
eye
keep-
infections or something? Because
She must have had a headache.
Yeah, because
She
your
must have
body
had a
can't break that down.
No way.
Like
No way.
eyelashes and stuff, your body will dissolve it.
There is no way that if I had lost, maybe if I lost one or two. Mm-hmm. First of all, I don't like putting stuff in my eyes. I don't even like put water drops in my eyes. I don't think I'd ever use contacts. But first of all, I got eyes like a fucking guy named Hawk. My eyes are insane. I went to go to physical the other day. First of all, I can't speak Chinese, so that might have been part of it. But she made me do the test 3 times because my eyes are so fucking good. I'm like 2010 or something.
Yeah.
Guys,
It's pretty good. It's Hawk Vision.
guys, I'm incredible. I'm just real good. But if I had things in my eyes, if I lost, they're not just fucking disappearing, you know?
Right.
She's falling asleep with them probably.
Probably.
Right?
And just thinking they popped out in their sleep and she's lost
And where are
them,
they going? They're physical things. They leave a trace so you can find them in the world.
Well,
dissolve
yeah,
into nothing.
unless they're, well, like one teens, like I said, I'll see them laying around sometimes.
Yeah, she
and
leaves them around the house all dried up.
Yeah, and they look like fish eyes or something. But because hers have some coloring to them.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a plain clear one, no, like I used to wear contacts and I would
Oh, I
lose
suppose
them.
that's true.
Yeah, if they pop out of your eye or something, that's like, it's gone. It's like, oh crap.
I hadn't considered
You know?
that because hers have that, yeah.
Yeah, so they're really hard to see otherwise. So if that's the case, you could be thinking, oh, they're just popping out my sleep.
27 of them, though?
That's crazy. That's a crazy amount. How do you even get back there to get them out? I don't even know how that works.
That's like, you ever hear about people who have sex and a condom gets all jammed up in there and they forget that it's in there?
How?
I mean, I can understand, like, in the moment, but then, like, because I'm thinking about it. Like,
Yeah, you think about it for a minute. You'd be like, oh, wait a minute.
just start cramming shit in there.
It's gotta be a better way. Yeah.
You don't know what it's like.
People with contact, just stuff jammed in everywhere.
Just chuckle fucks, man.
Body just...
This is the kind of person, we talked about this before. I bet you this lady, the fucking fire alarms in her house are chirping.
Yeah, they're beeping.
This lady's got contacts behind her eyes. She's got condoms up her hoo-ha. She's
Yeah.
got fucking fire alarm chirping.
Yeah, she's trying to take sexy selfies, and then like the background, it's like the cat's eating a kid or something, and like the you know what I mean? And it's like the whole background, it's just like
chaos.
It's like clean your room.
This lady's, yeah.
Just get your life together. Get your life together.
Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha.
Here's another one I found myself. This one is, I mean, the reason I clicked this is because it sounds exactly like an Onion article. Mm-hmm. But it's not. So this is my vote for the card already, right? Mm-hmm. The U.S. president may have an imaginary friend called Jim.
What?
So that's based on some evidence somewhere, I would imagine. They're not just, I mean, yeah, people do sometimes write news articles out of nothing, fake news. But they have something else to say other than this headline. What evidence do they have that the U.S. president may have an imaginary friend called Jim Trump?
They've got to have an inside source, unless he's imaginary too. You know, they've got to have somebody in there that's been like, listen, he's got a buddy. He's got a little friend he talks to. What's his name?
Jim.
Jim.
Imaginary friend called Jim. Who's he just referring? Is this like who's his name? Who's his? Clint Eastwood? Remember when he referred to that chair? Did like a
Yeah.
I mean, he did kind of like an illusion. He did like an artistic illusion, I think. He was like alluding to something. But
Right.
people can't handle that. Is that maybe Trump maybe doing that? Maybe Trump's referring to some guy and he just keeps saying like, you know, instead of like saying, oh, Jim and Bob, you know, like.
Well, it's like old Jerry. He can't remember somebody's name, and he's just like, oh, that's what Jerry told me.
But he keeps referring to Jim.
Jim, that's what I meant. Yeah.
That's his girlfriend in Canada.
Yeah. Jim.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, for example, he gets caught in a fact. He gets caught in something, which happens to him a lot.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, Jim's what Jim told me.
Yeah, that's what Jim told me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who the fuck's Jim?
Right.
We don't know.
There's no Jim, maybe.
I want to click this one. There's not a whole lot to talk about because we don't have, I mean, there's not much to say.
Right.
I mean, there's never been a president. I mean, I don't know because I haven't been around for all of them. There was what, 46 of them?
Right.
Maybe there's been some that were like Grover Garfield, whatever his name is. I mean, his sideburn game.
Was just whack.
Was that the Garfield guy?
Whack? Yeah. Grover Garfield.
Grover
Cleveland.
And Jim
Garfield Chutney.
There's one of them named Garfield something.
Yeah.
U.S. presidents.
It's President Garfield.
What I mean, was it just, well, but he had a first name. My president has a first name. It's Garfield. My president has a first name. It's Trump.
Yeah. Baloney.
Here's one that's sent to me by a friend of the show, John. This is great. Mm. This is great because it's goof grease. It's exactly goof grease. And if this happened to me, no one would believe us. But there's evidence. I mean, this is a whole story. Man gets stuck in ATM and slips "help me" notes through the receipt slot.
What?
How did he get stuck? Maybe he was refilling it. He was an employee. He's refilling it.
Was it like a whole world back there?
There's a.
Well, I know there's like the ones in Japan where people are behind there.
There's like if you hit help, their heads come out.
Yeah, they they open up and there's a person back there, like behind the ATM.
What are they doing when they're not clicking help?
I guess they got to be doing something. They're behind like ticket machines and stuff like that. So if you need help, it just opens up and there's a person.
I know
back there.
in some of the popular subway stations, but I don't imagine that's the rule.
No, I don't think
every machine in Japan has a man.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, but that's interesting.
Some of them do.
Yeah, some of them do have a person behind there. But yeah, how do you get stuck in there? And how is he getting the receipts? So was he, you think, writing them on there before? Yeah, what in the world?
What's great is
the man behind the curtain.
How many people do you think used the ATM with him back there?
They just kept hitting no receipt, and he's like, no.
I mean, because it's imagine it's pretty safe. It's pretty secure because it's money. So maybe it's soundproof. Maybe they couldn't hear him. He couldn't knock.
Yeah, and you'd probably think it was a goof. If I went to an ATM all the time, like the ATM I go to, you know what I mean? If I went down there one night and I hear somebody behind there, you know?
Help. I mean, if someone yells help, I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah, if they're yelling help. Yeah, that's probably what you should yell.
What do you think he's yelling?
I don't know.
You remember Fleetwood Mac?
I could really go for you know what I like is a grilled cheese with tomato soup. You hear that? I could go for that right now.
Hey, shut up about your dinner. What? You hear that?
Hey, boy, hedgehogs are weird when you look at them, huh?
Nate, be quiet. I think I hear something. Oh, no.
What, were you shushing me?
Well, you're the man behind the wall?
Yeah, I was the man. No! Why would I be going in there talking about that nonsense and the guy...
Why would I be talking nonsense? Nathan. Why? Me, Sam. Do you have any relationship with me? Do I have a history of talking nonsense? Recorded 108 episodes of me just talking nonsense.
Touché. Yeah, I was the guy trapped behind there. I wondered why you kept telling me to be quiet. I was like, if you can hear me, help me.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, they apparently found him. Because they
he's okay.
Help me notes, which is great. Is if I saw help me, I would be like,
what? The machine's alive.
Yeah, I wouldn't think there was a room back there. I wouldn't think anyone needs help. I would mean that's a weird. How did they get stuck?
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a hole.
There's got to be a hole.
Yeah, there's got to be a hole.
A man-shaped hole.
Like a hole. Yeah, there's a whole thing going on back there. Who would have thunk?
That would suck. I bet you it's not very big. It's not a movie.
And you probably start to panic just a little bit.
Right.
Like, oh God.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's not your best case scenario.
Oh, man, I've had a day. I was money for a while.
That was money for a little bit. I'll tell you something.
Every now and then I have to explain idioms to children. Mm-hmm. And it's always nonsense. Like, every idiom is rooted in nonsense. Uh-huh. So, like, imagine for example, the term break a leg?
Yeah.
Apparently, like, I don't know why people do it, but they would get so enthusiastic, they'd start smacking the chairs against the table. Uh-huh. Instead of clapping. Like, it wasn't loud enough, I guess, so they would hit the chairs with the table. And if it was a particularly enthusiastic crowd, they'd break the legs off the chair. Yeah. So, you knew your performance was good because the chair legs. Now, I don't know if that's
break
true.
Break a leg. Probably.
Beautifax told me that.
Yeah.
I believe him. I choose to believe him.
I choose to believe.
In this age of alternative facts, I choose to believe.
Beautifax.
Beautifax is my number one news source. What am I talking about? Oh, so imagine if this guy says, I'm money, right? This, that turns into a thing about being stuck in a bad situation.
Yeah.
You say, oh, shit, man, you're money.
Yeah, he's money.
Right?
Yeah.
And then
there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's tons of those.
Like raining cats and dogs. That's when they used to throw garbage in the street, and when it rained, it would wash in the street. So if you threw your dead animals on the street.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being so flippant about a pet that you're like, I'm done with this, and just throw it on the street?
Just throwing it out the window. Yeah. Well, that was a time, man. I imagine that's what the 20s were like. Well, it's like I've always said, too.
Earlier than the 20s. Way earlier than the 20s. The 1820s, maybe. Earlier than that.
Yeah.
Like the 1620s.
Yeah, well, you got to think there was a time, like now, not everywhere, and this is coming from, straight white middle class male here.
But middle class, you don't do anything.
Yeah, how are you middle class? But most people have money. You know what I mean?
But how did you?
I have income.
You're middle class?
Well, I don't know.
As a well-to-do Southern gentleman.
Sipping my juleps on the porch.
As a spaceman.
I am also a mountain climber and the world's most sexiest astronaut. Anyway. No, because now you can get pets as kind of a frivolous thing and you don't think anything about it. You take care of it, you buy it food or whatever. But there's a time, and I mean, there's still places, and this is still like this, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself was all you could do, man. Like everybody's right. I don't know if we're going to make it through the winter. So you don't want a bunch of cats and dogs you got to take care of too. Right, so really it's just kind of like if they make it, they make it, but it's, it's family first.
Yeah. That makes sense. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So then now there's in Japan, you can buy little keychains with little turtle babies inside.
Right. That's just, that's as flip as you get.
What's ridiculous, and I understand that's a cruel thing to do to an animal, but we also eat animals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just because we categorize stuff, man. We compartmentalize things.
Yeah, let's care for the baby turtles, but fuck a rabbit. Well, not rabbit. Most people don't eat rabbit. Why did I say rabbit?
Because fuck like rabbits, another idiom. But no, see, I always had that thing. Sorry. I may cut this because I've went on about it before. But that's what I'm saying is at some point in history, I imagine around that time, this isn't like an idiom that you speak, but it's an idiom
that you feel.
That you know.
Feel it
and it's like
down in your plums.
Deep down in your plums. It's the thing about how you always see in cartoons about people slipping on the banana peel.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
I can't get it out of my head. It's one of those things that lives in the back of my head.
This is probably one of the first rants you've ever gone on. And you've been going on it probably, like every couple months
because I can't, it's like I can't work it out.
I've known you more than 10 years. No, almost 10 years now.
Probably. Yeah, I'd say a good 10 years.
It's 2017 now. We
probably
met 2008,
2007 or something. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Wow.
Anyway, I've heard. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Bananas.
But I can't work it out. It's
owls
like,
and graduation hats.
Some people get touched when they're a kid and they never let it go. For me, it's the banana thing.
Some people get touched when they're children. Some people are molested. Me, I think about banana peels. What are you talking about?
I recognize I got the better end of that stick. Listen, I feel your pain. I can't quit thinking about bananas. Oh, your uncle touched you all the time when you were a kid? I totally get it. I can't quit thinking about banana peels.
Listen, as a straight white middle class man that thinks about bananas, I get it.
Yeah, but listen, because it's just a thing now. You take for granted. It's in Mario Kart. You throw a banana peel down, you slip and fall. It's in cartoons of banana peels. Have you ever slipped on a banana peel? No. So that leads me to believe that at some point in history, that banana peels were so abundant and so common and so recklessly tossed about that people were just, and I know your answer to this, that people were just slipping and sliding.
You don't know my answer.
Yeah, your answer is going to be that no, it probably happened in a cartoon or somebody popularized it and it just took off and it was never like that in real life.
Kind of, but I was going to reference something.
Okay.
It's like astronaut ice cream isn't a thing. Astronauts don't eat that stuff in astronaut land, which is space.
Astronaut land. Up there in that old dark astronautville.
Up there.
If you just go straight up to astronautville.
Where the land is just full of astronauts up there living around, kicking around, eating ice cream.
Eating it, yeah. Yeah, they eat a lot of stuff in tubes, maybe.
But they don't eat that dehydrated
the dehydrated blocks.
That's like the media ran it with it, and then it sold, so people started...
Right. Like ice cream of the future? Not really from the future.
Not even.
Dippin' Dots? Anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to work through this, man.
I know.
Okay, let's move on.
Here's another one that John sent us, and it's incredible. It's incredible. I honestly, we do this podcast to talk about this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Scientists upload a galloping horse GIF.
I know what you're talking about.
Into bacteria with CRISPR. Okay. For those of you who don't know, CRISPR is like a DNA editing
app.
It's like a breakthrough method or system for editing DNA.
To edit DNA.
And you use bacteria's...
Very controversial.
Is it controversial?
Yeah, there's some people...
because of being about the...
Yeah. Designer babies. Delicious.
If you made...
If you can make a baby taste good, will we eat them?
What I mean is, like, if it wasn't ever a baby, but I'm making babies that were babies just for eating, but it was never a baby.
That's such elite, man. People aren't going to jump on board that.
Not yet.
I don't care how delicious they are.
What I mean is,
they have to be like Poplar from Futurama. Poplar's delicious.
Well, like, if, eventually they're going to start growing, and I know when we haven't even started on this newsletter, and we're already moving away.
Right.
But they want to make, like, test tube meat that doesn't come from an animal. You just grow the meat and you eat the meat. So like I just grow like the ribs of an animal and I eat it.
Haven't they tested it or
apparently it's actually you can do it, but it's just ridiculously it's not efficient,
not cost effective. Yeah.
But like it's not going to take as much water or land or all this stuff that all doesn't release waste and all these materials. Right. Which isn't super well thought out because there are a lot of, there's terrible byproducts like methane gas and stuff that cows release, but like, the phosphorus and stuff goes into, there's a lot of things that they produce that you do use.
Yeah, all the pleasant moos.
Yep. So my point is, if they were to grow human meat that was never attached to a human, it's just meat that they grew.
That we could eat.
That you could eat it.
Yeah.
Would you eat it? Would you try it?
I would try it, but you know me, I'll try anything a couple times.
I would even try like if they killed a guy and like
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out and cannibalize some guy
No,
or gal, but if
it's important.
they,
That was a good stand.
yeah,
In these sexist times.
yeah,
Listen, I don't need a man or a woman.
it doesn't matter to me. Steak's a steak. If you go. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. But if somehow, we've talked about this before, if somehow human meat was legally presented to me.
And listen, we've covered this ground.
Listen, I don't know if it's been on here before, but we talk a lot. But if someone presented, legal, fresh, clean human meat and was like,
legal, fresh, clean, human meat.
The meat of the future.
Human meat.
Meat. Human meat.
Clean, fresh. Yeah, we did it. We got it.
Let's do it 5 more times. I know, we're just kicking a dead human at that point. But I would try it, that's the end of that sentence.
Yeah, so then let's go a step further.
So if they started growing it.
But veal is baby cows. Babies.
And there's people who are very against eating veal just because it's a baby.
Yeah, my dad is super against veal for a silly reason. He saw an ad in a magazine, which I guess does work sometimes. I guess my dad's kind of easily persuaded. But my mom puts veal in her meatballs. Uh-huh. She's always done that.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't do shopping. He doesn't do anything. He just comes home and has a meal.
And he eats the meatballs.
He eats the meatballs. And one time they were arguing with me about something.
Oh, and you pulled the card.
I fucking put that on the table and just
walked it, just dropped the mic.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, "No, she doesn't." And then
well, Mom puts veal in the meatballs. Peace.
That's exactly what I did. Which is fucked up, but I did do that.
That's pretty great.
Took the heat right off me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a 0 on that test. Well, fuck you. Guess what?
Yeah. You've been eating baby cows. Take it up with Mom. Peace. I'm going to have to play. Yeah. But yeah, but people, there's people who won't get behind that. So, can you imagine? I mean, let's
backpedal.
We can't figure out like women's rights, like abortion and things. You know what I mean? Let alone we'll take the leap and start talking about eating people that we grow.
People can't even get
meat.
You can't even get the rights to use science to cure diseases and stuff, let alone grow humans for edible purposes.
Right. We got a couple steps before we cross that street.
Maybe our grandchildren will be eating grandchildren.
Yeah.
But so
in my day it was illegal to eat people. You had to be
very rich
and sneaky.
You had to be at least middle class. Scientists upload a galloping horse GIF into bacteria with CRISPR. Anyway, CRISPR. Can I give you here's what I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure I understand CRISPR. Mm-hmm. I've seen some YouTube videos, but CRISPR. I mean, they use like a bacteria's defense mechanism, where like a bacteria will encounter some disease or something,
and it adapts or changes to it.
Yeah. Right. So then they use that, and they can like program it to do.
By controlling what it comes in contact with, they can control how it adapts and
then actually have it target DNA in different ways.
Yeah, and basically program it to do things.
So scientists, some chuckle-fucky scientists, which I don't understand what this...
I do.
Well, let me... Okay, yeah. You do? I don't believe you, but you do?
I think.
They put a galloping horse GIF. Listen, those guys at home, anyone who's upset with a GIF, it's not a fucking GIF, it's a GIF.
It's a GIF.
Galloping GIF. Into bacteria with CRISPR. So bacteria,
because that's
just
what it
to say
needs.
they could do it. Just to say they could do it to program bacteria to be GIFs to get their meme game on point. Why do they do this? Now you tell me.
I think it's because they're trying to use that as data storage. If I'm not wrong,
but it can die. Bacteria can die.
Yeah.
So DNA?
I may be wrong. I've seen there's something to do with where they're trying to encode information in DNA or something and store.
Apparently DNA is pretty...
Yeah, they can store vast amounts of information.
Because like your genome is a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty...
big.
It's a big thing. And it's in... like nothing.
I'm not too clear on that. I was thinking there's something. Yeah, I don't know.
But why you choose it? Okay, like but
so I guess
works. Put Moby Dick in the bacteria, or use like a Wikipedia article. I don't want doing this.
Maybe it was a throwback to the first animation or the first moving picture.
That is a jump. Why would you program that first? If you're gonna try to put like Hello World or like
Hello World,
or like Steamboat Willie.
But this was before. This was the first moving picture, so they're like, "Oh, let's put that on bacteria."
Hey, dude, look in this microscope. Take a look.
Oh wow, is that an homage?
It looks like the train is coming right at me.
Yeah, is that an homage to the first motion picture? It is indeed, sir.
I programmed this bacteria to
have a horse galloping on it. Persistence of motion. Frisian. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I'm like I said, we talk about this all the time. I'm sure there's a greater point to that, but when you take that at face value, it seems absolute goof greasy insane.
Yes.
Because it's like, okay, why did you do that? Why'd you put a horse on a bacteria?
I bet you there's an explanation. So we have the card. Let's not forget to play the card.
Yeah, we've got a few here that I'd love to see. We got a coin too. What's it do? No one's ever written this in. Someone's got to write in.
Someone's going to write and tell us, what does that coin do?
Yeah.
What does that coin do? Okay, well, I say we use the coin. Not the coin.
The card.
What does the coin do? What does the card
Yeah.
do?
Somebody let us know what we should do with the coin. We've got a coin. A magic make-believe coin.
Let's use it right now. Okay, my vote.
What are our options? What are the
we do man gets stuck in ATM. That's pretty clear. We don't know how he got stuck back there, but I mean that's
that's not.
We've got president may have an imaginary friend called Jim.
That's in the running.
How fast you may walk? Dementia. Slime meals.
I kind of want to know about
27 contact lenses.
No.
I think the galloping horse.
Let's do that one. Since it's sciencey, and we'll maybe everybody will walk away learning a little something. It may not be funny, but we may be smarter for it for the first time ever on this.
Okay, Alan. Scientists use CRISPR
bologna sandwich of a
CRISPR galloping horse. Scientists upload a galloping horse GIF into bacteria with CRISPR. Okay, let's see. Why do they do this? Okay, scientists have already used plain old DNA to encode and store all. Okay, they've already done the things I said they should do. Mm-hmm. For example, they've all 587,287 words of War and Peace, a list of all the plant material archived in the Svalbard Seed Vault, and an OK Go music video.
Okay, why that one?
Listen, scientists have already used it to use the words of War and Peace, the plant material archived in the Svalbard Seed Vault, and an OK Go music video.
Okay, well, such a strange leap.
But now, researchers have created, for the first time, a living library embedded within, you guessed it, E. coli. Okay?
Yeah, I'm with you. It can die. So what? That seemed like a good place to store it.
Harvard researchers describe using a CRISPR system to insert bits of DNA encoded with the photos and a GIF of a galloping horse into live bacteria. And then they retrieved the reconstructed images by sequencing the bacterial genomes. They got back the same image they put in with about 90% accuracy. So, okay. But the real question is, why? Why would they want to do this?
Yeah.
It's to preserve visual messages for people far off in the future. So if you can turn human cells like neurons into recording devices. Okay, yeah, you're right then. Our real goal is to enable cells to gather information about themselves and to store it in their genome for us to look at later.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Dude, they're going to get them to report about what they're doing in GIF and meme format.
So really, does that mean that, so you're saying in the distant future, they may be able to, if we figure this out, in distant future, future us's could come back, could
in the year 3000.
In the year 3000, they could look back and find say we were all buried with a little vial of our neurons, and they could go back and so eventually we just record our entire lives. Well, no, that's what we're.
I think what they're doing is they're making it's like an auto. It's like when the black box when a plane goes down.
Yeah.
I bet you they're just gonna maybe program that into our DNA. So when someone dies, or even while they're alive, you can look at their DNA and it's like, oh shit, man, your body's been making these stress hormones because for this reason, and they figured out a way for it to get auto.
Yeah, just have it spit out data.
That's not funny, but it's cool.
It's really cool.
I'd like to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his song intro / Pathos off the album 151A. Thank you, Kishibashi. I also want to thank Kat, John, Zach, Alden. You guys sent us so many headlines. Everything's great. If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, at RoyalWeCast on Twitter or RoyalWeCast@gmail.com.
Gmail.
Gmail. You can also send us a sound clip. I want to thank Kat for this sound effect. Wontons. Thank you, Kat. Man, we haven't even... There's so much more to talk about. I'm surprised that we're already done.
I know. Me too. We were sitting there thinking, I don't know if we have enough to talk about today.
We haven't even done a third of it.
We've got a whole lot. So guess what? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for more.
Stay tuned next week.
Guys, leave us a review on iTunes, man. Go to your iOS app. If you guys listen to this on iOS, just go, when you go in my podcast, search Rowie, leave a review. That would help us out.
Yeah. Like and subscribe really helps us out.
Comment.
Like and subscribe really helps us out.
Like it. Can't wait to see you guys at school.
I'm missing all my friends.
Good night, Dad.
Some people get touched when they're a kid and they never let it go. For me, it's the banana thing.